everyone. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome to. Am I properly audible and visible to all of you? Please let me know. Kindly confirm. Okay. So those who are watching me for the first time, my name is Niharika John Mehra, and I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now. So, we have a new editorial today. This is from the Hindu, and it is very important for all of you who want to improve in English subject. This is a session you should not miss at any cost. Quickly, जो sessions होते हैं, अभी हम EPFO की classes ले रहे हैं. It's 1:30 p.m. EPFO classes. Okay, and the classes are on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Then on other hand, we have classes which are editorial classes 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday. Okay, so these classes are very helpful for all of you. These are the classes that you can attend at 8 p.m. especially, where you will get every single thing you need. So we cover skimming, practice of it, grammar, vocabulary, some practice questions as well. So you see, this is everything in a nutshell for you. तो ये सेशन आपको अटेंड करना ही करना है. Okay, so जल्दी से लाइक और शेयर कर दो. We will start with skimming. Subscribe the channel, and if you want free PDFs, make sure to join our Telegram. Details are in the description below. We will start with skimming, move to vocabulary, grammar, and then some questions. तो ये जो स्किल है स्किमिंग का, इट इज समथिंग यू मस्ट हैव फॉर योर एग्जाम पर्पस. इसमें आप जंप करके पढ़ते हो. आप हर एक वर्ड नहीं पढ़ोगे. यू वोंट रीड ईच एंड एवरी वर्ड. यू वोंट ट्रांसलेट द गिवन कंटेंट इन योर मदर टंग इन योर हेड. You won't pronounce each and every word in your head. Some numbers, some difficult names आप skip कर दो, बस देख के आगे बढ़ जाओ. So when you practice this way skimming की, slowly you will see कि आप बहुत ही कम समय में बहुत सारा cover कर लोगे. You can read a lot. Okay, and reading in the sense that you do understand कि लिखा क्या है. Okay, it's not just about कि खत्म करना है पढ़ के. Because purpose in exam will be, you may have to check your essays that you have written. You may have to read RC for answering the questions. So वहाँ पे you must not miss out on the major message जो उस content का है. तो इसी को हम practice कर रहे हैं, and अभी आपको 2.5 minutes मिलेंगे. You have to make sure that आप जो आज का article है उसे पढ़ो. ठीक है? So like, share and start with this article. Once you're done reading, in one or two statements, one or two line, if you can summarize this article, that would be great. Message here once you have done that. Okay, so what is this article saying? Let me explain. Energy and efficiency on India and greater energy efficiency mandates. Okay, so our mandates are official orders. So we are gonna see how energy and efficiency, how efficient things are when it comes to energy production and all that related to India, and how we can maximize that efficiency. उसके बारे में कुछ orders and we'll learn about it. India must reduce its power consumption by increasing efficiency. So there is something we can do. We can go with less power consumption by increasing the efficiency. Now, what does it say? Despite a robust growth in electricity generation over the past 2 decades. So it's a good thing, but in spite of great growth in electricity generation, with rapid additions of renewable energy in the past 5 years, along with renewable energy भी आ गई है, जो already electricity है वो भी grow कर रही है, India has been unable to meet its peak power demand. Up, in spite of every good thing and increase in generation and all, India still is unable to meet its peak power demand, with the deficit widening from 0.6 in FY20 to about 5% in FY24. ये हमारा गैप चल रहा है, डेफिसिट चल रहा है. This reveals constraints in the supply of power. इससे समझ में आता है that supply of power is somewhere restricted, somewhere रुकी हुई है. New power production is time consuming, और न्यू प्रोडक्शन करने में समय लगेगा, of course, especially fossil fuel based, of course, even as India attempts to integrate renewable power into the power grid. So even if we integrate renewable power sources and all, it still is something that is time taking, and the rate at which we are consuming is much higher. Therefore, India must focus on enhancing energy efficiency. India must focus on enhancing energy efficiency holistically to reduce power demand. So, holistically means in all way possible. In a रूप एक ऐसे रूप से, in a way जहाँ पे हर चीज comprehensively cover हो रही है. Also, the quickest and least expensive way to address rising power demand and climate change. So if we work on enhancing the energy efficiency, जो energy जितनी बन रही वो और efficient हो जाए, तो उसमें इतने फायदे हैं. This year marks a decade of India's ground-breaking energy efficiency scheme. So this year marks 10 years of ground-breaking energy efficiency scheme, जो उजाला scheme है उसके. Okay? Now, which has helped bring down the price of energy efficient light emitting diode. So इसके कारण क्या हुआ है, उजाला scheme के कारण, that has helped bring down the price of LED bulbs from 500, जो कि एक समय हुआ करते थे, to 70 rupees, enabling its widespread home use. The scheme succeeded as another public energy efficiency measure was baked into the initiative. Now baked into, that means किसी चीज को include करना किसी चीज में. So now there was another thing that was included here. So that was the street lighting national program, which led to the installation of so many LED lamps across urban local bodies and gram panchayats, reducing peak demand by over 1500 megawatt. As of January, the government has distributed so many LED bulbs and enabled the sale of more than of about 407 crore more. So ये एनर्जी एफिशिएंसी की बात करें तो बल्ब्स का यूज करा जा रहा है और उन्हें बेचा जा रहा है, यूज करा जा रहा है. एलईडी बल्ब्स कंज्यूम हाफ द अमाउंट ऑफ पावर ऑफ कॉम्पैक्ट फ्लोरेसेंट लैम्प्स. ओके, सो हाफ द अमाउंट जो कि ये फ्लोरेसेंट लैम्प्स है उसका एलईडी बल्ब्स करते हैं. दैट इज व्हाट गवर्नमेंट इज पुशिंग इन द यूज, while incandescent light bulbs जो हैं यहाँ पे they require 9 times the power that LED consumes. So अगर हम बात करें, कंपेयर कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, incandescent light bulbs require 9 times the power that LEDs consume. तो ये तो और 9 गुना जो यहाँ पर एक जितने पावर लगेगी उसका काफ़ी ज़्यादा बड़ा हिस्सा ये वाले लाइट बल्ब्स ले रहे हैं. ओके, यू माइट हैव सीन रेड हॉट या बहुत ज़्यादा ग्लो करने वाले होते हैं. दीज आर लाइक वाइट, ब्राइट वाइट कलर वाले जो लाइट्स होते हैं. इट्स अ टाइप ऑफ लाइट बेसिकली, उसको इनकैंडेसेंट बोलते हैं. Translating into considerable cost saving for Indian homes, but estimates also suggest एक और चीज़, एक और पहलू है. There is another thing that Ujala scheme alone has helped India save over $10 billion and avoided building 9,500 megawatts of new generation capacity. So estimates ये बताते हैं that Ujala scheme alone has helped us to save a lot of money first of all, and also helped us save a lot of new generation of power, that is of about this much megawatt, which is equivalent to 19 new coal-fired 500 megawatt power plants. So this is the, for our understanding, author has elaborated it. Indeed, there are other energy efficiency measures. So yes, there are other measures that India has taken following the enactment of the Energy Conservation Act. The International Energy Agency states that between 2000 2018, now there is another agency, this International Energy Agency, that tells that energy efficiency improvements enabled India to avoid additional 15% of the demand. बहुत सारे numbers हैं. Short में ये देखना है कि how we are able to improve, how we are able to work on the efficiency, how we are able to avoid CO2 emissions. अभी आपको ये learn नहीं करना है. So when such kind of content comes, you just read it once and let it go. Don't उसे फंसो मत. Don't get stuck there. But with India's rapid urbanization in the past 2 decades, now this is the main problem author wants to talk about, है ना? कि इंडिया में तो हो ही रहा है rapid urbanization and rising per capita energy consumption to meet cooling needs, especially cooling needs है summers में जैसे है to get hot, that's getting hotter. Peak power demand reached 250 gigawatt last year. India is today the third largest power consumer globally, consumer, not producer, after China and the US. Moreover, 70% of its energy output continues to be from coal, अभी भी, apart from what all is happening, okay? Despite, in fact, we still depend heavily on coal, and India has plans to add another 90 gigawatt of coal-based capacity by 2032. So India still plans to work with more coal-based capacity. What is needed now? Now author suggests जो ज़रूरी है, अहम है अभी, it is greater energy efficiency mandates. That's across sectors such as building, home appliances, and country sprawling MSMEs. तो अभी स्प्रॉलिंग मीन्स ग्रो हो रहे हैं, इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं. तो एफिशिएंसी जो है वहाँ पे अभी व्हाट वी नीड आर बेटर ऑर्डर्स, बेटर रूल्स अक्रॉस सेक्टर्स, जो बिल्डिंग्स में, होम अप्लायंसेस में हो, जहाँ पे कुछ मैंडेटरी कर दिया जाए किसी चीज़ का यूज होना, एंड लाइकवाइज. ओके, चलो. Not many words were difficult. It was a short article today, surprisingly. Usually the size of the length of the articles of the Hindu editorial are similar almost every day. So anyways, holistically or holistically is adverb. Adjective form is holistic. In a way that considers the whole rather than just parts. पूर्ण तरीके से, समग्र रूप से, entirely. A to Z सब कुछ मिलाकर देखें तो, so that is holistically. We say holistic development. That means development just not in one part or one area but everywhere. Mandates means directives, official orders, commands to act in a particular way. That as a noun is a mandate. Baked into is a phrase which means we embed or include something, we incorporate something as a main part, a fundamental part of something else. Sprawling is spreading, increasing over a large area. So it's extensive है, फैला हुआ है. It's scattered, but in a way where it is covering a lot of area. So not like it is unmanageable, but it is so much that you can see everywhere. Robust means strong, sturdy, resilient. Avoided, टालना, avoid करना. Translate into is something resulting into something. So now this is not the language translation. This is not translating Hindi into English kind of a thing. When something translates into something else, so that first thing is resulting in something else. Then there is a phrase that we can use, translate into. Okay. So this can be asked in error detection. This can be asked in a fill up. This can be something that you can use in your essays. Okay. अच्छे से याद रखो. Chalo. So I want you to answer some questions now. Part of speech of this word. Part of speech of this word. Yeah, it's a gerund. Very good. Very good. I'm happy to see the reply. Just a thing here. Also, the quickest and the least expensive way. So, quickest and least expensive, there are two words. Least is also superlative degree. Quick, quicker, quickest. So, this is called parallelism. Little, less, and least. Okay, positive degree is little, comparative degree is less, and superlative is least. And because the expensive way, the way is the same way, जो कि quickest भी है और least expensive भी है, we are not repeating the article here. Okay, so here is something very important for you to observe and learn. Okay, next word. Part of speech. It's a word cannot be a phrasal verb. Yes, it is a part of phrasal verb, but down is adverb. Because ऐसे सोचो ना, bring where has helped bring the price where, bring down. So bring being a verb is being explained by the word down और verb को explain करने का काम adverb करता है. Adjective. Okay, new coal fired power plants. So we are getting to know what type of power plants are there, and that's why it is adjective. Part of speech of the word I have highlighted. It is adverb. Okay, subject and verb agreement of this one. Subject and verb. Mhm. So the sentence starts with what, but it is not a question, right? That means now, just like that, this is our this is a subject. Now, what is needed now? ये what को complete कर रहा है, but what is needed now is जो है वो what के लिए लगा है. So what do we get to see here? Is tone. First of all, tone is analytical and advisory, because we see there is a suggestion made by the author. So yeah, that's there. Then the summary goes like this. Despite considerable strides in power generation, renewable energy deployment, India is facing a widening power deficit. So we have made some great, we have some great achievements. We have come far away. Okay, but what do we get to see here? That India is facing a power deficit which is continuing to grow. With the peak demand growing faster than supply, energy efficiency has emerged as most cost-effective, sustainable, and immediate solution. So what author says is what the best we can do, or what we are supposed to do is that energy efficiency को अगर हम work out कर लें, we can make it cost effective, sustainable, and that is the immediate solution. The success of programs like Ujala and the Street National Program has demonstrated the significant energy and cost savings are possible. We already have the we know that the success of such programs have shown we can do really great, we can save money, we can save energy if we follow certain things. However, further systemic interventions across sectors, especially in buildings, appliances, MSMEs, are now critical to sustain this progress. But abhi bhi we need some mandates, some orders to continue doing it. With 70% of energy still dependent on coal, a more coal-based capacity plan, the editorial advocates stronger efficiency mandates. तो अभी 70% अभी भी जो कोल पर डिपेंडेंसी है, and we still plan to continue more, we get to see that we need to work on better efficiency orders, mandates to work out the things. Please begin. answering. Answer is C. Which of the following best describes the primary message? The primary message, the government should build more coal plants. ये तो उसके against है. This is gonna happen, but not the core message. India's urbanization is the main reason for power shortages. It is one of the reasons, but the main reason, no. Energy efficiency offers the fastest and most effective solution. That's what author has stressed upon, और वो मेरा answer. Okay. Next one. Answer is C. The editorial implies that the continued reliance on coal is contradictory to the goals of energy efficiency and emissions reduction. See, the question is, what does author suggests that the continued reliance on coal is? So he is not in the favor. It is actually in opposition to what exactly we want, to the goals of efficiency and reduction. Emissions होंगे ही ज़्यादा. A short-term measure to stabilize grid volatility is not even mentioned. Volatile होने की कोई बात नहीं है. Unavoidable due to the lack of alternatives. He may mean that, but he's stressing upon how we want to work on efficiency and emission reduction, and coal is actually the opposite of it. Answer इसका C है. This one was very easy, right? Answer is D. I told you it means integration. So this one baked into the initiative is fundamentally integrated. Fourth one.